Hello and welcome to the February episode of Spartan Sports Central. We have an exciting episode ahead for you. Our basketball seasons are fast approaching the playoffs. Both teams will be represented. We welcome Coach Botts and Coach Spivey to the program. We will also catch up with Stafford girls soccer assistant coach Andrea Gutierrez. Our player profile this week is Spartan senior boys soccer player Bryan Cerna, who is also the class president. Welcome to the show, Coach Botts. Good to have you back.
Always a pleasure.
So it's a big week for you guys.
Yes.
You have Needville, and the last time it was a real nail-biter. It was a 51-50 loss in double overtime. I know you probably have that one run through your head a few times thinking about that, but now you get a chance to beat them and then win a part of a district championship.
Yeah, it's a lot of things at stake. One thing we can't look past is our game tomorrow versus Sealy. One thing that, I respect about that school as a whole is I know they're going to come ready to play. I know there's a rich tradition, and I thought that they played us very well the first time around. I can't help but expect, to go down there. It's still going to be a hard-fought battle. But to get to what you're saying, yes, if I want to look ahead, Friday will be a big game. A lot of implications behind it, one being a chance to have a district championship and, get that sour taste out of our mouth from going down to Needville.
Okay, and then just for the folks watching at home, this will air on later in the week after the Sealy game, so the Sealy game will have already been played by that time. But it's a very tough district that you guys have, and you've done really well, and you had 2 losses by a total of 5 points.
Yeah, I thought that this district was a big step for us as a team. Speaking on the very first game versus Royal, we didn't play very well. Obviously, Needville, just some minor hiccups towards the end. But I think overall, despite the competition, we've had a chance to grow as a team. We've had a chance to get better individually. And hopefully we're going to be peaking at the right time with these next 3 games.
All right, and then you have those 7 seniors. I know we talked about them. We had a video where we
Awesome video.
Thank you. Appreciate that. we highlighted the kids and had a little fun with the video. And they're, of course, it's focused as they are on basketball. They put the classroom first. But just talk about those 7 kids and what they've meant to your program.
Like a lot of what we said earlier, this is my 12th year here at Stafford. This is my 8th year as a head coach. Every individual's teams, they leave an impression. For some reason, this group, and it's not a matter of talent, it's just a collective group of guys. They've just been a pleasure to work with since they've been freshmen. They've all bought into the program. They've all bought into what we do outside of our program with getting better. So I just think, as I continue to coach here at Stafford, wherever it may be, this 2017-18 class is just going to stick out in my mind.
Okay. And then you have, your outlook for the playoffs. I know last year, 3rd round, you give Brazosport a good game. They go on to lose in the state championship game. But how do you feel going into the playoffs now that you guys have, clinched the playoffs?
Right now, we're concentrating on seeding. The game Friday versus Needville will have a lot behind that. Our goal is to go as a number 1 seed to try to, give us a favorable matchup. But, being in, just having a shot to start all over is a big thing for us. I'm hoping that the experiences that we've had last year, obviously those experiences that we had throughout the season can help us, get hot and make a nice run again.
Okay, great. So as far as the playoffs, is that going to be, or some of the teams you see, are they going to kind of give you like some different looks than what you've seen in district?
The very first round, which would be kind of our brother district with Wharton and Brazosport, throughout our season, we've had a chance to get a peek at a few of those teams, like Columbia. Obviously, we've played Brazosport and Wharton. Pretty familiar with Bay City, obviously playing them in the playoffs last year.
Okay.
So we're hoping whoever we see we're familiar with, and we'll be able to have a plan to attack.
And we wanted to get your take on both the districts for basketball next year. you're going to have a district, and of course you're an assistant coach in football, so there's a new district there too. What do you think about this redistricting?
I think it's great to go into the off season knowing what we have in front of us. I think in football we have a lot of guys returning. I think we should be able to compete at a high level. We have guys returning at key positions, mainly quarterback. We've gained some experience. We've gained some experience in the secondary defensively. I think the coaches in general, I think will have a better idea because we've had a slight turnover in staff. So I think everybody will have that, year under their belt, and we'll be able to push forward and be clicking at all cylinders in the spring.
Okay.
With basketball, Wharton has come into the district. I think that'll be good for us. They're always
Fulshear too.
And the new school, Fulshear. Don't know much about them. I'm gonna have to do my homework with those guys next year. But again, it's gonna be competitive. I'll still tell those guys they're gonna have a chance to make a good run. We just have to make sure we do our part.
And then some of the folks out there may know that you were a Division I quarterback at University of Houston, and so being, having the experience that you had as a quarterback, what was your take on the big game last night in the Super Bowl?
I can't take away from the quarterback play. I thought Nick Foles, I thought Tom Brady, I thought they played an excellent game. Really, the person that probably sticks out most in my mind is Doug Peterson. I thought Doug Peterson called a phenomenal game. I thought he stayed aggressive. Those calls, fourth down at the end of the half, I'm screaming at the TV like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And the next thing you know, I'm up celebrating because.
Are we going to see some calls from you like that next fall?
Hey, I'll be assisting. I think Coach Gallion, myself. I think he'll take over the play calling role, and I'll assist him. And maybe I can give him the courage to make that call next year.
Hopefully so. That was exciting.
Yes,
all right,
it was.
thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Oh, hey, always a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
All right, next up is soccer player and class president Bryan Cerna in the player profile.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor?
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home? Or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Bryan Cerna is the consummate student athlete. The Spartans look forward to opening district competition on Friday versus Sealy.
The Spartans boys varsity soccer team look to have a strong season this year, led by senior Bryan Cerna. Bryan's come a long way from his freshman year, and Coach Ruben Perez has been there from the beginning to watch the hard work Bryan has put in on and off the field.
Bryan, as a player, is a very smart player. He's been with the team, or the varsity team, for the last 3 years. He's serving as a captain this year, and he provides guidance and leadership to our younger players as well as our older players as well. Well, when he first got here, he was just a little skinny little freshman. Wasn't quite sure how to handle some of the adversities, let's say, with the mental and physical part of playing team sports and playing soccer. But he's grown and matured in those areas, and has grown into a leader for us, and is doing a great job. He's a smart player. He's a smart student. He's actually been accepted to Texas A&M to start next year. So, he brings a lot to the table. He offers a lot for our younger players to aspire to.
With this being his final season playing for Stafford, Bryan reflects on his time playing for the Spartans.
What I've enjoyed playing soccer here is just the family bond. It's a small school, so you make a lot of friends. Basically, the whole family, we just all hang out together outside of school, and we build that bond. So when the bus rides, we always have a traditional song that we play, and it's after every win. It's nice to sing that song and just winning with this team, because this team is a winning team. So what SHS soccer means to school, it's not really out there yet, but as a program, we've been building a lot. We've been achieving a lot of things. My sophomore year, when I first played varsity, we made it to 4th round, something that we haven't done in a while. And then we've been building off of players, and just the program has been developing a lot. And then the community, we have more people showing up to games, which is really nice. It's really nice to see people are supporting boys and girls soccer, and it's nice to see how many people are starting to take more notice into soccer, and it's really a nice feeling.
This being Bryan's senior year, he's accepted the challenge of being a student athlete.
The challenge with balancing academics and sports is time management. Sometimes, practice goes a little bit too long, or the games are far, and yet, I take a lot of AP classes, dual credits, and it's a lot of work, but, you have to do it when you sign up for it, and that's the whole point of being a Stafford student, which is always achieving more than you are given. So I take that into consideration, so I push forward, although it's very hard.
The process of learning doesn't stop with the classroom, as Bryan has come to learn some of his best lessons have come while on the field.
What I've learned from Coach Perez is patience. The man has shown a lot of patience through a lot of time, and times where we've been desperate, we've been just mad at each other because sometimes it doesn't work. He snaps us to reality with his patience, his realism, and he always encourages us to show our best, to take out that sportsmanship, and no matter the circumstances. And that's what I think I've learned the most. So I've used that patience, to in school, academics, and everything. So I'm grateful for Coach Perez teaching that.
Be sure to check out the boys varsity soccer team this spring semester. For Spartan Sports Central, I'm John Davis.
Wow, we expect big things from Cerna and the Spartans this season. Next up is a segment with Stafford High girls basketball.
Strawberries? Okay.
it pretty?
Daddy,
It's pretty.
Maybe I'll say it. Maybe I'll say it.
So we were walking to school. At the corner, we waited for the traffic light.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really wanted
smart,
cheese pizza,
but
like at Luigi's.
sometimes her mind
They have this
wanders.
video game there, and Kate's got the high score. We should have a sleepover. Maybe I should pack my pajamas.
I remember saying, Laura? Laura,
I think I heard Mom say something.
the sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
When we finally got there,
she gave me a hug goodbye.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Welcome back. Stafford High girls basketball coach Mark Spivey and the Lady Spartans are preparing for a postseason run. Welcome back to the show, Coach. Good to see you.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
All right, so you guys have made quite a bit of progress this season. You're at the filming of this show. Y'all are standing at 7-2 in the district. So talk about the progress you've been able to make.
Well, the ladies have played very, very hard, and it seems like everything that we've been working on is coming together. They've met some pretty good competition in district, with Columbus leading the way at 8-1. We beat them at their place on the first game in district and lost to them at home. And then we went on a little run before losing by 2 points to Royal. We kind of redeemed ourselves last Tuesday and beat them at their place. So the district was tough. The top 4 teams are pretty evenly matched. One game separates first to third. As it stands now, we can do no worse than second, and we can hopefully, with some help from Royal, if they upset Columbus, we would be tied for first. So.
Okay, so then we're talking about a possible rematch with Sweeney. I know y'all lost to them in the playoffs last season before you got here. Obviously, this is your first year. And then we lost to them in the non-district earlier in the season. So how would you feel about playing Sweeney?
The team that we had earlier in the year is not the same team that we have now. We didn't have Chelsea Newuso, who's our starting center back. We were missing also starting center, Denisha Pastor. So we were kind of soft on the inside. But now with our full complement of post people, you'll see a different Lady Spartan team when we see Sweeney this time. I like our chances.
Okay, so contending for the future, you guys have all but, I think of this current team, everybody's coming back. You got to feel good about that.
Absolutely. The future is bright for Stafford Lady Spartans basketball. Our JV team is in first place. Our 7th grade team went undefeated. So we got a lot of young kids who are coming on, and they're starting to buy into what we want to put in place in order to make the program good for the long run. I can foresee us being in the playoffs the next 4 or 5 years and making some serious runs to state.
Okay, great. I know last Friday you all defeated Belleville. Talk about that victory to get a win in the last regular season home game in front of the fans.
It was good. It was good. Belleville put up a pretty good fight, but our kids were focused. They wanted to come in and knowing that it's the last home game, wanted to put on a good show for the faithful, and they did so. They played hard. We won all aspects of the game, from rebounding to steals to just the overall game was a pretty good game for us.
Okay, and then as most of the folks watching may know, all of the coaches are teachers first, and then they coach. So they really, it's almost like having two jobs in one.
Absolutely.
But you have been named Stafford High School Teacher of the Month for last month in January. So talk about that and what kind of honor that is.
Well, it was a tremendous honor. I didn't even know about it until I read it online. And I'm a teacher first. You know, one day I'll hang up my whistle and I'll spend the rest of my career in the classroom because I prefer teaching over coaching, if you believe that. I'm a world history teacher. I've been teaching social studies since 2004. I just love what I do in the classroom, and I'm very, very honored to be honored so early in my career here at Stafford. I'm just glad people are looking at me and watching me, so evidently I'm doing something well. But the whole environment at Stafford, from the coaching staff to the superintendent's office, to the school board, they have really made me feel welcome. And I can say nothing but good things about Coach Savannah, Coach Hinojosa, Coach Ehrenbeid, and then Mr. Bostic, Dr. Bostic, and the school board members who have come out and supported us while we've been here. So it's a great fit for me.
Yeah, we're really glad to have you here, Coach. And thanks for being on the show again. Appreciate it. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, next up is an interview with Stafford High girls soccer assistant coach Andrea Gutierrez.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume is not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and to help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Have you mixed your pain meds, your sleep meds, your allergy meds? Call the Poison Helpline. Has your child swallowed household cleaner, a chip of paint, a wild mushroom? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you been bitten by a spider, a snake, an insect? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first to speak with medical professionals who can give you free personal advice anytime. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life.
Stafford High girls soccer coach Andrea Gutierrez returns for her second season. Last season, Gutierrez, who is originally from the Dallas area, helped lead the Lady Spartans to the playoffs. They played a very challenging non-district schedule, and they're ready to open district at home against Sealy on Friday. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hi.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
thank you.
I know Coach Maldonado couldn't make it today, so we appreciate you being here on short notice. So I know you also helped out with cross country, right?
Yeah, I did. This is my first season coaching cross country, so I learned a lot.
And it was a lot of the same kids in cross country as they were in soccer, right?
Yeah, so we basically want them to like run over for cross country just so he can, just so they can get prepared for soccer, because you know, like all the running and stuff is happening and stuff like that. So once we get them trained and ready to go, they're also ready for the season and stuff.
So do you feel like that'll pay off during the season?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're building up their stamina and just getting, the workouts in and stuff like that. So once they come to soccer, they're already ready to go.
And for the folks watching at home, our girls cross country team went to the regional meet down in Corpus Christi, so they had a great season. Soccer, we graduated a lot of kids off last year's team. Was that difficult losing that group of players?
It was. This is almost a brand new team. We have like a couple of seniors that will be graduating this year, but we're building it up, the program, definitely. We're very excited for the girls. We see a lot of good things are going to happen, so we're ready for districts now.
Okay, so I know non-district, like when it comes to win-loss, you guys maybe didn't get the results you wanted. You had that win over Palacios, but lost some games. Played a lot of like 5A, 6A schools, which was a challenging schedule. But what positive things can y'all take away from that non-district schedule?
Well, definitely playing like 5A and 6A teams, we get to learn a lot. I mean, it's definitely challenging, but it helped us build up for districts, so we like playing the tougher teams just so we can get the girls ready for district.
A district opener Friday night here at Stafford. You guys play the Sealy High Lady Tigers. So any thoughts on that game, the district opener?
Well, we're very excited. I know Coach Maldonado is doing a lot of things to get the girls ready to go, and as well we played the JV team as well. So we'll see how it goes. I know the girls are looking forward to it, and they've been working really, really hard. So we're looking for the win.
Okay, so a playoff appearance last year. Do you feel like you guys can make it back to the playoffs this year?
That's definitely what we want. I think we have a lot of potential, and I know we're gonna be working towards that. So hopefully we make it.
Okay, so can you talk about some of the players on varsity who've been some of the leaders for you guys so far?
Well, Caitlin Young and Diana Vieta are captains this year. They've definitely been the leaders of the group. We have the freshman, Natalie Rivas. Okay. She's been definitely, she's been a key there. She's been doing really good. But just everybody, I mean, everybody has their own little thing that they put towards the team, and I feel like we have a pretty good team.
So we mentioned it earlier, you grew up in the Dallas area. How does soccer over there compare to what we have here in like Stafford and Houston?
Well, soccer over there, I feel they take it more seriously. Like there's a lot more select teams, and people just grow up, I guess, with soccer. Down here, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know in Dallas, like there's a lot more like select teams and things like that. Like they grow up, they start, I guess, at a younger age.
Okay,
so.
But as far as this area, it seems like the Stafford group is pretty strong.
Oh yeah, like the girls are pretty good. Like they have a lot of passion for it, and they're willing to learn. And that's one of the things that Coach Maldonado and I really, really love, because like they wanna get better, and they're just looking for the next thing and what to do in order to make the team really good.
Okay, all right, thanks, Coach. We appreciate you being on the show. All right, well, that concludes our show for this week. We'll see you next month in March.
This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.